Hello! Today I'm trying to think of something different to do with oatmeal and honey soap, because it's just honestly it's a boring soap. I've made it 4,000 times because everybody loves it. So what I'm thinking is, seeing as I've already splashed titanium dioxide everywhere today, and I mean everywhere, it's splattered all over the cement floor, it's splattered all over the black rubber mat, it's on me, it's on the bench. What I thought I might do is I might make this really white. Maybe. Yeah, let's, no. What we might do is we'll mix this up. Oh, I've put the oats in it now too, I guess. Does that make sense? So these are not colloidal oats, these are just normal oats. I have ground them in a coffee grinder, or grinded them in a coffee grinder. I don't know what the plural of that would be. And then I think I sifted them and ground them again. So I tried to make them really, if you can see, they're actually really fine. They're almost as fine as the kaolin, although not, because that's not going to happen. Okay, so let's mix this up. And then we'll split off a little bit and we'll make it dark. Let's use something like mocha or something. No, maybe not. Maybe latte. Let me go have a look. Let's do a gold. So we'll do resplendent, which again it's from Heirloom. If you see me use a colour that's not from Heirloom, it's kind of a surprise. It's like, oh. Yeah, and then we'll put titanium in this, make this really white, well, reasonably white, and do like a gold swirl. I think that sounds like a good idea. Alright, let's get this wuzzed up and then we can put some lye in it. And as you can see, it's not a dark soap anyway. So this also has goat's milk in it, because all my soaps have goat's milk in them. For those of you who are new to the channel, now that I'm going to start using my clickbaity titles, although clickbait sort of means you're using titles that aren't true, whereas mine are true, they're just like catchy. It's probably a better way to put it. So I just thought I'd give it something to give it a try, something different, because mine are soap, name of soap, and that's boring. And I would like some more views. I feel like I provide content that teaches in some respects. Like I talk about what goes into the soap and stuff, and I want to reach more people, because I love soap making. Like, you guys who have been here for a while know how stupidly passionate I am about soap making, and I want to share that. So I want everybody to want to make soap. That might mean I have no one to sell soap to. Don't care. But or at least make people love handmade soap, even if they don't want to make it. So anyway, all right, I'm going to go put the lye in this. Beautiful mix. I mean, doesn't that look edible? It looks like a real watery porridge that hasn't been cooked yet. Jesus, I'm out. I'm bordering on not having very much lye left. I have one container, so I have 500 grams of lye left, which will get me 272. Won't even get me 2 soaps, because I use 272. I have, what was that? Why are things falling out? Stop it. I just got attacked by a pipette. They're dangerous, I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't want to go to Bunnings. I don't want to leave the house, because I'll have to get changed out of my pyjamas and I'll have to leave the house. So, neither of these things I want to do. Alright, let's give this a whiz and we'll get stuck in. come off. This one is a lot harder to get off the mechanical part, I've noticed. I don't know whether that's just because this is new and the other one's years old. I don't know. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I use the same stick blender. I've just replaced it. This is the new one. And the other one I used for years. So let's have a look. I'm going to say that's pretty good. So I'm going to need a bit more stick blending once I put some colour in it. So that's okay. We're also going to have to put the fragrance in as well. So let's do about that much. I think that will be very, very nice. And you can see all the bits of, let me just put that straight under there. You can see all the bits of, no, that way, all the bits of oatmeal in there. Trying not to drip on the bench. All I can smell is pine tar, honestly. It's so strong. It's good though. Alright, so I'm going to put a chonky load. And you see how big that is in this on the spoon? I'm trying to tip it on the side. It's a big load of gold in there, right? Just so you can see how much I'm using. Because I don't want it to just, and I may even add more yet. I'm going to give this one more shake. This is titanium dioxide in I will keep saying doxide, don't I? I do. I've just realised I keep saying it. It's like I was saying WREX yesterday, because when you say WRX enough and talk as fast as I do, you just start missing words and letters and stuff. This has titanium dioxide, distilled water, and it's got a couple of decorative rocks in the bottom, and then I always shake it at the start to get those rocks moving around, because what you'll find is sometimes your powder will settle in the bottom and it'll make a slush in there. So if you get it to mix through all the water again, then your titanium is a bit thicker and be a bit whiter. So I'm just going to give this a shake. Do not take your finger off the top unless you want titanium dioxide everywhere. So I'm going to put a good chunk in that. This means this may get glycerin rivers or soda ash, because I've just now incorporated a bit of extra water. So that will negate some of my water discount that I normally do. But I feel like that'll be plenty. Let's have a little look and we'll see. Yes, that will be very nice. Okay, so let's just find a spatula. We haven't put any fragrance in yet, but I just want to have a look at this gold first before. And I'm also going to give this a scrape down, because I can see that there are some oils that are not incorporated. So you can see that. That is just free oils. I don't know if you can actually see that. They're free oils that are just sitting up on the side that haven't been incorporated. So that's why you scrape down the sides of your bowl. See these? So do that and then mix them in to make sure. And also, if you're using one of these square bowls, which I highly recommend, make sure you get into all of the corners, because sometimes you'll find you might have a little bit of something in the corners, and then that way it's all incorporated. Alright, so let us have a go at this. You know, I love that. I love that. I'm going to clean this off. Just with the spatula will do. You can see there's a little bit of mica powder that's stuck to the blades there. That's fine. It's a beautiful consistency. Oh, no, you know, I have a mould. I was going to say I don't have a mould, but I do. Alright, another spatula. It's because we have thousands of them. So we're going to give this a mix, just in case that was a bit of unincorporated. I don't think that's a word, is it? A bit of mica powder that was not incorporated. That'll work. Oh, I like this colour. I like this a lot. It's not gold, and it won't look gold. Like, it looks fairly gold now, right? On the camera, I think it looks a bit coppery. But I think once, because this will lighten up a little bit. Oh no, we've got to do fragrance first, dickhead. Oh dear. Okay, this is just honey fragrance. I have asked my customers whether they prefer this fragranced or not fragranced, and more people have said fragranced than unfragranced. But I mean, I guess it's up to your customers. You know, you'll find a lot of people who buy honey and oatmeal and honey soaps don't want any fragrance because their skin is like super sensitive. But in saying that, a lot of people aren't, like, will have sensitive skin, but they're not sensitive to fragrance. They're just sensitive to like body washes and stuff. Which, I mean, I always say, if someone's having an outbreak of something, my first suggestion is always to change to a non-fragranced washing powder and to try handmade soaps. Not necessarily unfragranced ones, just handmade soaps, because they're so much better for you than body washes and, you know, soaps that are not handmade. I'm actually going to do a drop pour in this one, seeing as I did a whatever I did last time. But what I will do, which we haven't done for a very long time, is do a half and half. Because I feel like that white's a little thick. So we'll do that. And then let's get this over in here. And I'm just going to give this a little give it a little loosen up. Like that. And then I'm going to try and pour this from fairly high without spilling it everywhere, just to move that gold around in there. There was a there on the end of that sentence. Jesus wept. He would if he had to deal with me on a regular basis. I can't even talk now. So my voice is going, yeah. Your English, oh God. Your English skills are an embarrassment to us. I'm just not talking anymore. The end. But yeah, if you want your swirls to swirl more and you don't, like, if your batter's not too thick, pour from a higher height. Because the higher height, I know that sounds terrible, the higher you pour, okay, that's the end of that tea towel. The higher you pour it from, the more it will mix in. So I can see this is thickened up a little, but I'm not overly worried about it. Just mixing it around off camera, just mixing it around a little bit, try to loosen it up. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. And again, no, this is too ploppy now, I think. Sometimes you can get it to plop down into the soap, if you can get it to pour, but this is pretty much done now, I think. So I'm just going to put the rest of this on the top, not too worried about it. What I might do though is try and put it more down the centre, and what I'll do, I'll go and bash this down, hang on. If I put it down the centre, then I'll do like an infinity or something on the top, and then that way we'll be able to drag some of the white through the gold and vice versa. So sometimes it helps to think ahead with your tops. It won't be perfect because you can see that there's like gold bits out there, but we should have enough room here that we'll drag colours into one another. That's the plan. Alright, take the tag off that. So I went and bought tea towels from Kmart I think they were $2.50 each, and that's what I'm using now. Because I know I waste too much paper towel. I still use paper towel, but I just wanted to sort of slow that consumption down a little bit. Now all I'm using is a plastic chopstick. Plastic chopsticks are better than wooden chopsticks because soap does actually eat through timber. You can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see. This one is like plastic coated. And you can, on the end there, the plastic coating's all gone and it's slowly eating away. So those bits will end up in your soap. So if you use a plastic one, or even better, you get some of these acrylic rods. These are fantastic. This one's a bit too thick to do the top. I do have a thinner one, but, oh no, there it is. So it's basically the same width as the end of that. Just acrylic rod. I'll actually do it with the acrylic rod. No, I won't, because it needs to clean. I know this is clean. And all we're going to do, so in infinity, you do an elongated 8. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards and forwards, but I'm slowly going to move down. Like I'll get to the side, and then I'll move down, get to the side, move down, like that all the way through the soap, okay? So this is what we're going to do, just like that. Trying to keep them somewhat even. It doesn't matter if you don't. They're definitely not even because God forbid I do something consistently. Now this is fairly thick, but I'm going to give it a try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the outside like that. I'm only going to do it once because it is definitely too thick. Now it looks like shit right now, so let me just go bash it down, and there you have it. And that gets rid of all the open edges at the sides, and you can see it's just pulled a little bit, so it's sort of made a little bit of an S shape. These gloves have got to go. These gloves are so bad. They're so disgusting. So this is what I use. This is generally what I use paper towel for, but I'm not going to today. I'll be a good girl. But yeah, I mean, it's a quick and easy way to dress up the top of your soap without knowing any advanced techniques, because it's the top of the soap. I mean, you don't need to know any advanced techniques to soap. I mean, that looks pretty, but you can see, like I said, you can see it's not even because there was gold sitting out here, there was gold sitting out here, so where this was sitting out here, there was more white there. You can see it's dragged more that way. But when you cut this into individual bars, it'll look fine. No glitter. I don't ever put glitter on my oatmeal and honey soaps. Well, I call them OMH soaps because oatmeal and honey. I don't know, because it's easier to say, I guess. And Aussies have a bad habit of shortening everything. We actually do, like, or, you know, adding an O or a Y on the end of, like, someone whose name is Jones will be Jonesy. My dad's, our last name's Parker. So he gets called Parkos a lot. So yeah, we're a strange breed. We really are a strange breed. Alright, I will see you in a minute. I'm actually really looking forward to this cut. I think it's been a while since I've done a drop swirl or anything in an oatmeal soap. So yeah, should be good. And I've got one more soap to do today, although I feel like I'm on a roll. So see, this is another technique you can do when you've got a really thin batter. If you put your soap on a Lazy Susan and spin it round, it'll make it swirl inside the mould, but it has to be super thin. So it's not going to do anything to this. I'm just spinning this round because I'm talking and I'm a dickhead. On that note, I'll see you for the cut. Ta-da! I couldn't remember what this soap was, and then I realised it's my oatmeal and honey that I forgot to put honey in. That I didn't realise until after I filmed the video. Doesn't matter, it's just now an oatmeal soap. It's fine. I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like on the inside. It's definitely 2 days old. Well, that's not very exciting, is it? It's the next one. Oh! Where are the two different colours? We didn't do two different colours, did we? We didn't do only two different colours? What? Wait, what? Do we do different? I can't remember. Oh well, editing Lee. You can tell yourself how stupid you are right now if you like. I thought it was just one gold. Well, I like that. Even though it's got a hole in it. I kind of like the way you get these big swoops. Didn't we just do like two and another hole? Always with the holes. Oh, these studio lights, you're just going to hear me complaining about these things until it's like winter again. It's 28 degrees. So it's definitely was 28 degrees in this garage when I came in here. It's more than that now. That's why I'm not soaping today. Well, not until it's a little bit cooler. I like this. I'm annoyed that I didn't put the honey in it. But I mean, it doesn't have to have honey. It's got a light fragrance of honey, so I will just call it oatmeal soap. It's all good. That looks like a face. Has anyone else seen a face in that? Eye, mouth, face shape. Some sort of... Maybe it's like a friggin... It's like Avatar. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now. Maybe I'm on drugs. I'm not on drugs. Well, I am on water tablets. Which I don't really think... I suppose technically they could be called drugs. Okay, we're just going to shut up. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.